Hi, our group going to present video assignment. First of all, what is enterprise application integration? Enterprise application integration is the unrestricted sharing of data and business processes through the network applications or data sources in an organization. The early software programs in areas such as inventory control, human resources, sales automations, and database management were designed to run independently with no interaction between the systems. Enterprise application integration is a business computing term for the plans, methods, and tools aimed at modernizing, consolidating, and coordinating the computer applications in enterprises. Typically, an enterprise has existing legacy applications and database and want to be continuing to use them while adding or migrating to a new set of applications for the exploit the internet, e-commerce, extranet, and other new technologies. Enterprise applications integrations may involve developing a new total view of an enterprise businesses. Its applications seeing how existing applications fit into the new view and the devising ways to efficiently reuse what is already exist while adding new applications and data.
Now I'll be talking some of the challenges in terms of the enterprise integration. The first one, business application generally focus on specific functional areas such as customer relationship management, billing, finances, etc. So, a successful enterprise integration does not need only to establish communication between these multiple computer systems, but in terms also the communication between business units and IT departments. Second, because of the wide scope of the integration itself, it will typically have a far-reaching implication on the business. Once the processing of the most critical business function is incorporated into the integration solution, the proper functioning of that solution becomes vital to the business. A failing or misbehaving integration solution can cost a business millions of dollars in loss of orders, misrouted payment, and or even disgruntled customers. One of the most important constraints in developing integrated solution is the limited amount of control the integration developers typically have over the participating applications. In most cases, the applications are legacy system or package application that cannot be changed. This often leaves integration developer in a situation where they have to make up the deficiencies. Despite the widespread need for integration solutions, only few standards have established themselves in this domain. The lack of interoperability between the standard compliant products become one of the main challenges in the enterprise integration. Existing XML web service standard address only a fraction of this integration challenge. The next one, while developing enterprise integration solution is a challenging task by itself, however, operating and maintaining such solutions can even be more challenging. The distributed nature of enterprise integration solutions make deployment, monitoring, and troubleshooting a complex task that require a combination set of skills. And these skills might not be available only within IT, but between other business domains.
Thanks, Willie. Now I'll proceed on with the learning points for this case study. Firstly, all the business process for the company should be documented well before we proceed on with using the EAI tool. Because with the help of this document, we will be able to analyze how complex is the business process and how the system interacts with one another. For this Fenton's online case, there was not much documentation for the call center department. So a lot of the things were very manual and the analysts took a lot of time and effort to come up with the documentation for this. This was not previously available for them, so it may lead to them to a shorter timeline for the estimation. The next point is, whatever system needs a specific custom developed adapter must be identified in an early stage. Though it's not an easy task to identify them individually, but it will help a lot in the later stages of the project. In this case of Fenton's online management, the mortgage management system doesn't support any readily available on the store kind of adapters, so they needed a special adapter to develop. It took us furthermore 4 months to develop and test those adapters. If they would identify the need for such an adapter, they would have estimated this in their project schedule as well. So the next key learning point from this case study is we need to allocate a certain time for testing and also need time to bug fix whatever the bugs were identified during the testing phase. In this case, the project itself is a quite big, huge project. So there are a lot of systems interfacing with each other. So when we're testing, it may be looking quite good in SIT, but when you're going in a live, there may be a lot of issues coming up, pop up from everywhere. So it is best to have a good time frame for them to fix all the issues while we identify during the testing. So the next key point is rolling out to the production. Though this project they used the phased application, it took a prolonged period. So it should be managed in such a way that there is a balance between phased out schedule which reduces the risk in the implementation, and also it should be avoided the minimal downtime. So it's always best to plan in such a way that we get best of both the worlds. So these are the main 4 key learnings which we took from this case study. Okay, thank you.
If I am an IT leader who has just taken up the position of CIO at a large global MNC, firstly, I will start off by speaking to the managing director to have an understanding of the overall business of the MNC. For example, what type of the businesses the company is in and which businesses are the main drivers of the firm, for the firm. Next, I will involve all the leaders of different businesses by listening to them what are the various businesses goals. This will help me to align EAI value to their business goals. The third step will be to understand the current application integration environment of MNC by assessing the people, processes, and all the technologies in the current firm. Being new to the job, I will evaluate the existing IT infrastructure and capabilities by taking an inventory of all APIs, security protocols, and application accessibility. This will help me to assess to what extent the firm is ready for EAI. Fourth, I will examine the primary building blocks of the organization, looking at the processes flow, applications, APIs, data infrastructure, and their interactions with the different users, business partners, or even web services. By examining all these processes, I will try to create application patterns and scenarios. I will try to reuse the application patterns throughout the application environments. By doing so, I could develop a realistic vision for the EAI. Example, what I want to achieve after the EAI. After developing the vision, I will assess gaps between the existing environment and the set vision. For example, if the MNC does not have the right people for the right capabilities for EAI project, I would like to consider hiring specialists or sending the existing employees for relevant trainings. Next, I will pass to Chandra.
Thank you, Edmund. Next, I will benchmark the company's IT department with industrial best practice. With that, I will establish the blueprint for integration of the EAI. This blueprint will record down all the initiatives for the implementation and timeline for the different initiatives based on business priorities. This blueprint will be updated on a timely basis to capture any new business drivers to the company or any new technology that emerge over time. By doing so, we could help to ensure the EAI project could be up to date and relevant to the changing business environment. Next, establish risk mitigation strategy. Here, identify all possible risk factors, set up a risk register which contains priorities mitigation plan for each risk factor from highest priority to the lowest based on legislative law, business criticality, and impact to the organization in terms of current as well as future business needs. Next, establish sound financial model to support the EAI project in phases. This should be derived based on detailed studies done by experts or consultants who have experience implementing similar EAI in order to minimize the variation in financial projection. This is very critical to avoid surprises in cash flow which can put the entire organization into trouble. Next, establish clear objectives in multiple phases. All objectives to be cascaded into individual roles and responsibilities. Next, establish an EAI governance team to acknowledge the people and process that are required to implement the solution. Here, expectation, performance measurements, and review methods to be defined clearly. Independent progress monitoring to be set up. This should update the CIO directly in regular interval. Thank you.